We've had an opportunity to see the UFC lightweight world champion Frankie Edgar. Now we're going to take a look at Dave Camarillo, one of the best judo and jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world, the head grappling instructor at American Kickboxing Academy.
Yeah, I think Frankie did a real good job of showing us what Verdum can do if they're tied up on the cage, but Dave's got some techniques off of Fedor's attempted throws and attacks where he can use reversals or shoot quick submissions. So let's look at these and see what Fabricio can do if he can't get Fedor against the cage.
In this lesson from Dave Camarillo, gaining the wizard grip to the Harai Goshi is if the fight stays in the center of the cage. This will be key. If the fight stays in the center and Fedor does a good job of keeping his back off the fence, Verdum is going to still have to close the distance in order to be able to avoid those heavy hands of Fedor's. Here we're going to take a look at Dave taking the fight to the ground and gaining a top dominant position side control.
And Dave uses strikes real well to set up that nice wizard, uses that Harai Goshi to land right in crossbody. And I think that's going to be key because we've seen Fedor, when he throws people, if he gets on top of you, he's very good at staying out of submissions and unleashing a lot of strikes and doing a lot of damage.
And I think Verdum landing in side control or getting to a dominant position, not landing in guard, is key because Fedor is very good at protecting himself and he's very good at getting back to his feet, which is where I think Verdum wants to stay away from.
Absolutely.
Now we obviously have seen Fedor be hurt in the past. He's never been obviously knocked out, but we have seen him get hurt when he fought Fuchida. He got rocked, so it is a possibility that Verdum has the power with those long arms and that long reach to be able to do some damage. If that is the case, Fedor's going to want to close the distance himself and probably attack a single leg or a double leg. In this lesson from Dave, you're going to see Dave concede the takedown and finish with a triangle, which there's no question with those long legs and being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, Verdum is certainly capable of.
Absolutely, and I think the other key, if you watch this, is Fedor has fought a lot of good jiu-jitsu guys, but when they get taken down, they settle into guard and look for a setup. What's beautiful about this, and Verdum has got these in his bag of tricks, is that he shoots that right off the transition. He doesn't set and let Fedor settle in. He attacks that off the takedown.
We've had an opportunity to see UFC lightweight world champion Frankie Edgar and Dave Camarillo, one of the greatest jiu-jitsu and judo practitioners in the world, give us some lessons on what the possible outcome of the Fabricio Verdum and Fedor Emelianenko fight could be.
Yeah, Frankie did a real nice job illustrating what can be done if he can control, if Fabricio can control Fedor and keep him on the cage. And Dave does a real good job illustrating lessons in closing the distance and center of the cage tactics. And Clint, why don't you tell me a little more about other instructors and what MMA Faestro's vision and mission is?
Our number one goal is to provide people around the world the opportunity to train with the world's best inexpensively. We have Olympians, world champions, professional fighters in the UFC and Strikeforce, and our goal is to provide everyone around the world the opportunity to train with the world's best. As both Mark and I know, the opportunity to train right down the street with one of these great guys isn't always available, especially depending on where you're from. So what we want to do is give you access to the greatest teachers, the greatest lessons, and give you an opportunity to be able to enhance your game.